I want to end this month with something that I think is one of the most important concepts for any high producing agent who is serious about building something that lasts. And it is this: your personal brand is not just your marketing, it is a business asset. And if you're not building it intentionally with strategy, with consistency, with long game in mind, you are leaving one of the most powerful tools in your business completely underutilized. If building a brand that generates leads, attracts talent, compounds over time, it's something you want to do with real support and strategy, go to topagentwolfpack.com and book that strategy call with me. That is where we build this together. But now let's get into it. Let me describe how most agents treat their brand. Most of them post, when they're inspired, which may be 3 times 1 week, 0 times next week. They update their headshot when someone mentions that looks outdated. They share their listings and occasionally a motivational quote or call in the content, and they wonder why their referral pipeline is inconsistent, why the agents they want to attract are not finding them, why they're not getting the inbound that they see other people getting. The problem is not that they are not working hard enough. The problem is, are they treating their brand like a task or instead of an asset? And a task is something you do when you get around to it. An asset, it's something you build intentionally because it generates returns over time. There is a massive difference between those two things in terms of outcome. Think about the difference between renting and owning. When you rent, you pay every month, and in the end of that year, you have nothing to show for it. When you own, every payment builds equity. Every piece of content you create that is strategic, consistent, and genuinely valuable, that is equity in your brand. It compounds. That video from 6 months ago, it's still getting views. That bio you spent time crafting is still making an impression. And that reputation you have built in your community is still generating referrals. That is brand equity. And most agents are renting attention instead of building it. Here's a question I want you to sit with it. If you stop actively marketing yourself tomorrow, no new posts, no new outreach, no new content, how long would your business keep generating leads based only on what you already have built? The answer tells you exactly where you stand on the spectrum from marketing task to a brand asset. So, how do you start building your brand like a real business asset? Let me give you 3 ways that your brand can work for you and what each one look like in practice. The first way is that your brand works around the clock, even when you're not there. Every piece of content you create, every video, every post, every review you collect, every piece of press you get, that is your brand working while you are at closing, on vacation with your family or on maternity leave, like I'm about to be. That content does not clock out when you do. It is out there in the world, representing you, attracting people to you, building trust with people who have never met you. This is exactly why I have invested so much in building this YouTube channel. The videos I'm creating right now will be working for me in the months to come, in June, in July, December, next year. That is brand as an asset. And it is only possible if you create content with intention, with consistency, not whenever you feel like it. The second way is that your brand builds trust before you ever have a conversation. Here's something that happens constantly when you're building a strong personal brand. The people who eventually book a call with you or reach out to work with you are already sold before they even speak to you. They have watched your content. They know how you think. They respect how you show up. They feel like they are already in the known. And because of that, the sales cycle is dramatically shorter. There is no hard sell, no convincing, no objection handling about whether you are the right person. The trust is already there. That is what a strong brand does. It does the selling before the sell, and it does it at a scale with people you have never even met yet. And the third way is that your brand attracts the right talent to you. The agents who are watching your content and seeing how you think and lead, they're making decisions. They're evaluating whether you are the kind of leader they want to align with, whether your vision is one they want to be part of, whether your culture is one they want to build in. When your brand communicates genuine leadership, your values, your standards, your results, your way of operating, the right people come to you. Not because you pitched them, because you built something worth joining and they could see it clearly. Now, let me be real with you about what building does actually requires, because I do not want to make it sound easier than it is. Building a brand as an asset requires consistency over a long period of time. It requires showing up even when you're not seeing immediate results. It requires creating content that serves your audience, that genuinely you're teaching, you're, creating challenges, or you're helping them, rather than content that just promotes you. And it requires speaking one platform or one primary channel and going deep on it rather than spreading yourself thin across everything. For me, that channel right now, it's YouTube. For you, it might be something different, but the principle is the same. Consistency, one platform over time creates compounding results that are simply not possible when you are scattered across everything else. And here's my challenge for you this week. I want you to write down two things. First, what does your brand currently communicate? Be honest. If someone who does not know you and look at everything that you have built publicly right now, your profile, your content, your presence, what would they think? Write three words. Second, what do you want your brand to communicate 6 months from now? Three words. The gap between those two lists is your brand strategy. And everything I have shared with you over the past few weeks was very specific about the CEO mindset, the system, the leadership, the positioning. All of it comes together in the brand you build. So either, go back and watch some of the videos, schedule a call with me at topagentwolfpack.com. Let's map out exactly how to close that gap together. And thank you for being here and showing up every week and watching all these videos. But keep growing, keep building. Let's go build a dynasty.